Welcome to the LCK show with me, the Reverend Bob Levy, Joe Conte, and John Kensil on syndicateradio.tv, episode 2. Oh, God, we are flying. We're taping this on Memorial Day weekend because the weather is so shitty outside. It's been horrible, you know. So I was just like hanging out. Last night, I made some ribs. They were really good. Then I wanted to get a snack late at night. So I grabbed a piece of ham and rolled it up with Swiss cheese because I'm on that keto thing again. And all of a sudden, I'm laying there. I wake up in the middle of the night, and my stomach is ripping. It's ripping. And like you feel that feeling, and you're like, I felt nauseous, you know? And all of a sudden, she goes, if you're going to throw up, throw up. And I'm like, I don't think I'm going to throw up. I feel like I'm going to throw up, but I don't know if I'm going to throw up. And then I ran to the bathroom. You know when you take off and you're like, I don't have time. I'm not going to make it.
Yeah, finish.
Yeah, I have basically my bone stimulator, which is in my sweatpants pocket, the main thing. I put this in there, and it goes into my neck, and it stays, you know what I mean? So it helps me heal. So I'm trying to get into the bed, get my sweatpants down in time. I'm not going to make it. I feel like it's like, you know, it's like the toilet got further away every time I got closer. And then it just like, oh, my God. And the smell just came up. Like, you know, I had to flush as soon as it, like, I smelled it. It was like poison in me.
You gave yourself a courtesy flush?
I had to, dude. It was brutal. I didn't want to pass out and die like Elvis, you know, by hitting my head. And they walk in there, and like they can't get in. They got like a big fat stick, and they're pulling me out by my leg. Remember the fat stick last week? So they're pulling me out as I'm fucking shitting.
A fat stick.
Yeah. So basically, and then I lay down, and I go, I don't feel good. And then I had to get right back up again. Chloe's laying by the bed. The big black lab is laying, like, so I have to walk through her feet to get by as I'm feeling like that. I just made it 3 times, and I still feel like crap. I mean, it was a horrible feeling.
You know, that's weird. When you're younger, you have no problem. You can eat anything. You can eat, you know, like he said, wings from 5 days ago.
Yeah.
As you get older, like shit. Like I've do preventive maintenance now. Before night out,
what do you mean? You wear a diaper?
Yeah.
No, I'll do a shot of a Pepto-Bismol.
Really? You would do that?
Or you eat something like a little too spicy or something?
Yeah, I just know it's going to hit me. It's just awful. Yeah. Joe, I don't know where you live at, but like in my old house when I lived with my girlfriend, we had 2 bathrooms. Upstairs, one and downstairs.
John, as you can see, my palatial estate here. Many bathrooms, all right?
I feel like Mike Brady's going to come in and fuck Joe on the ass. He's going to throw him on the couch. On the top of the piano and slide him down to his cot.
Well, he doesn't have to throw me. I'll just lay myself on the piano very well.
But I would have, when I would do my business, would be in the downstairs bathroom.
He's like a cat.
Like
a dog.
I don't want that part of my relationship with my girlfriend to be. You don't want to know you disgusting things that men do.
Yeah, I don't even let my wife. I don't even know if my wife ever took a crap. And I don't want to know. I really don't want to know because this could end the relationship.
It is like women. It's all bunny rabbits and butterflies. And
yeah, if I see a floater in there, like a little hanger on, you know, one that didn't want to go with the team down the fucking the river raft flow, you know, and it comes back up. That's why I always wait and go, okay, they're all gone. Yeah.
Yeah. My wife sends me text messages of her toilet after she's done at work.
Wow.
Yeah, well,
we have a rule in our house. We have a rule that if you have to go to the bathroom,
you have to bring a camera.
You're not allowed to say, I have to take a shit. You're not allowed to say. You could say, I got to make a duty. I got to make a number 2. I got to make. And that's because I don't want to hear my wife telling me she has to take a shit.
No.
This isn't me.
No, I know. It's better you get a picture. It's better you get a picture of it from work.
So I remember one time I had to do something really hellacious in the downstairs bathroom. And as soon as the door, she's walking by with a laundry basket. No. And she goes, you got to get you checked out. And like, really? I'm going to go to the doctors and go, hey, my shit stinks.
What do you think? You're special, John?
He's going to say, go to a psychiatrist, not a doctor.
Yeah. But that's the worst fucking feeling. Like I never like. It was almost like you wish somebody would break in and shoot you, so you had a reason to lay down in a pile of your own shit in the in the living room or whatever. You know, because I really couldn't. I trying to get out of the bed. She's next to me. The way that you escape on the floor, the dog's laying, so I have to be careful of trying to get by.
It's like an obstacle course.
Yeah, like you're stepping in tires.
It was unbelievable. It was like an NFL drill to go take a shit. And I never thought, I mean, my stomach was hurting and it smelt as bad as my stomach felt, put it that way. I really couldn't. I was in there and I was like, God damn it, fucking you are an animal, you know? And then I sprayed something and it smells like, it was like a mint kind of spray, and it smelled like a big minty turd after a while.
Yeah. It doesn't really hide it. It smells like you ate mint and then shit it out.
Yeah, it's like you took a mint and you covered it in shit, and you made like a mint snowball.
I know.
And there's ads for products on Facebook and Twitter. Do you poop? And it has that spray stuff you put in your before you do your business.
Yeah, but I also got that stuff when I bought that gun that shoots salt that flies. You ever see that one late at night?
Yes.
It's like you have a fly on your corn, and you get this salt gun and fucking blow it up into 10 pieces or 20 pieces on your corn, then you eat it. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. You're salting the fly to eat it.
You know,
maybe they just want to taste your fly.
Yeah.
Well, I used to help my dad out. Doing plumbing work, you know, as you get older, you got to take heart medication and stuff, and it makes your when you do your business very thick and hard to go down. That's why old people have stool softeners and stuff like that. But imagine being like, I worked for this old couple one time, and the lady's telling me the toilet isn't flushing right, and she keeps pointing her thumb at her husband, going, "It's him, it's him."
Yeah.
She goes, "I have to reach out with my hand and break it up."
Oh my God!
And I'm like, oh my God, you guys shared your life like that? Like who? Oh
I know. What do you make your own wine? Do you step on grapes? You fucking creep. Use a plunger, you weirdo.
Yeah, I have one of those things from the deli, those things that slice the meat to get my shit down the toilet. You know? What do you want, a half a pound?
Yeah, when you're done taking a crap, there's no flush. You just hear a chainsaw go on, you know?
It sounds like the episode in Scarface when they're in the bathroom. You little fucking punk.
Yeah, say hello to my giant friend.
Imagine just having a fight with it, wrestling it, trying to, and then fucking, you look like you fucking was in a mudslide.
Yeah,
it's like a turd alligator. You know what
I mean?
Crocodile
hunter.
Oh, it was just fucking horrible. And then John sends me, like, we're supposed to tape at 11. John sends me a text, and I go, Joe, he just sent me a text. I think he's coming late. I don't know what this means. Like, do you understand what John types at all? I mean, I don't get it. It said something about a 600-pound woman. I have no idea. What did he write, Joe? Because I just sent. Okay, what do you?
No, the best is first you text me. John is running late. He wrote this. I don't know what it means.
Yeah.
That's Bob's text to me. You put what John texts. Bob, I will shoot for 11. I have one job in the morning. I have to put a dishwasher in for a 400-pound woman. And then in parentheses, flea markets are closed because of the rain. Thanks for that news flash there, Kensil.
It's unbelievable. Like, people right now are in their house. They started their house up to drive there, and then they were like, turn off the house. We're gonna just stay here. The flea markets are closed. What a sad day around White Trashville. I feel like letting John go through one of the closets here and picking shit out from like fucking 10 years ago. You know?
This woman is very, very big. She's gigantic. She looks like a jukebox with legs.
Really?
Right? And you instead of putting quarters in, you put chocolate.
You throw Hershey's Kisses in this.
But she lives on the second floor of a townhouse, and she got a new dishwasher put in, and it's extra money today, so I had to put it in for her. But like, I don't know how this lady gets up and down. She looks like the dishwasher. how she gets up and down the steps. I don't know how she does it, but
maybe you were just installing her new boyfriend.
Exactly. A dishwasher to her is the most busy thing in the house.
Yeah, right? Really.
I told somebody this, and they go, maybe she's trying to hit on you, like dear Penthouse Forum.
Yeah, she uses a food processor for foreplay.
That sucks. She lives on the second floor. She keeps eating, it'll fucking sink to the first floor. That's what she's probably hoping. I mean, what a cool thing. Like, if I lived around her, I would drive up to her just to watch her go up the stairs and hold on and take a break every 4 steps. You know? You ever see that? Like somebody like you? It's like why are you doing this to yourself? You know what I mean? Go get help. You know, there's rehabs for fat people, right?
Oh, I've worked for several, probably once or twice a year, where you got to replace the toilet seat because they cracked it.
That's fat. You know what I mean? When you crack a toilet seat, I mean that's really. I mean you can't even do that with your head. You know?
Yeah, I'm proud to say I've never cracked a toilet seat. You know? I could say I've never gotten that big.
Yeah, I mean, I would hate to say, oh, it came that way. And like, you bought it 12 years ago, and I was like, I didn't want to bother anybody. I didn't want to be a pain in the ass. You know, I'm not one of those guys.
I figured it was broken. It had a big hole in the middle. Hey.
When you get to past a certain age, you have like no shame. Like you'll tell stories about just like shitting yourself or doing it. But people don't. I'm a stranger. I'll go in their house. This guy, an older guy, and he said, can you do me a favor? I go, what? And he goes, is there any way you can lower the water in the bowl of the toilet? And I go, what do you mean by that? And he goes, well, the problem is
ball problem.
My balls dip in the water.
Yeah, that's unbelievable. When your shit look like it's hooked to a fishing bobber.
It looks like a buoy in the fucking ocean, just bobbing there.
It's a baba buoy.
But you just told me as like real matter of fact, like, yeah, my balls dip in the.
It just sucks. You know what I mean? Now what I do, you get older, you got to go. Before I start swinging my balls back and forth as I'm getting down to the toilet, so then I know when to drop them in the middle, so they're not on the outside. You know, sometimes you sit down and they're on the outside. Soon you got to get up and go, get in here.
You got
get
the pendulum. It's like a pendulum swing with your balls.
No, it's horrible.
So I told the guy to get one of those
booster seats.
Yeah, that thing looks like a floater for a baby in a pool.
A fish net.
Yeah, like a life preserver, like at the first level of a wedding cake. And he goes, and he called back and goes, it worked. Thank you for that.
But they're all plumbers.
In other words, it's something you put on the toilet seat, right? So you're higher up.
For old people, yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yes.
Yeah, but like, do all plumbers have the same problems you have, or is it just you? I mean, I think you get everyone. I'm not going to come and do that. Call Kensil.
It's a curse.
Hey, it's like, John, we got a job. It's yes, we have a large woman, about 425 pounds, that needs a new toilet seat installed. Okay, the old one is still on her ass. You know? Okay, I'll do it.
Yeah, bring your welding stuff and a rope.
Yes, and leave your self-esteem at home.
Yeah, I mean, it's just amazing that you have this kind of job. But
and it's
they make good stories, though.
Oh my God, it's just
you never had somebody hit on you like a disgusting woman or somebody missing teeth, and they're like, hey.
Hey, you look like Nick Nolte, kinda.
I asked my dad that one time.
He looks like Nick Nolte today. If Nick Nolte didn't take care of himself even less today.
I asked my dad that one time, and he said some lady was like, he's working in the kitchen, and she was like hanging all over hey. She said, hey, do you see anything you like? And my dad said, yeah, I saw a 6-pack in the refrigerator, right? And it's my dad trying to be funny. And that's probably the only funny thing he ever said in his life.
Well, that was a doozy.
You see anything you like? I saw a six-pack in the refrigerator.
That's how they hit on guys, I guess, in the 60s, right?
Yeah, they're like, John, after you wrestle my shit out of the toilet, what do you say we retire to the bedroom?
Yeah, why don't we lay down together for a while?
You probably have friends who did this when they saved some money when they're in their 20s and they bought a duplex to rent it out. And then after a while, the tenants you get in there, like you want to get a good paying tenant. Well, my friends all did that and had the worst tenants in the world. And he called me up and said, this was on a Sunday. He said, "Yo, can you go to my apartment? Some guy said the toilet's been broken." I go there. The toilet's been broken for about 6 weeks. And I look over here. The husband, wife, and daughter or son were using the bathtub. Just go. It was filled up like it was filled up with waste.
Is she single?
No. So
Did
I
it look
said,
like the woman from Silence of the Lambs in the toilet bowl? In the bathtub?
Yeah. Oh, so I said I left something in my truck and I drove away.
Yeah.
In my truck. Yeah, my truck in San Francisco. I'll be back in 3 months.
Yeah, that'll make you quit a job. You know what I mean?
Get somebody else.
It's like, look, at least clean it. You know what I mean? Do something.
You can use like a spray. At least let it go down the drain at some point.
But
you ever shit yourself in the shower and just like get it down the drain with your toes?
Yeah, it's like kicking a rock down the street.
You're like, oops, the water's still running. Let me play a little hopscotch with this motherfucker till I get it to the drain. And then
you try to pee on it to break it up too, you know?
Yeah. Like we're the only ones. People are like, you guys are fucking animals. We're not animals. This shit happens in life. You know what I mean? If you gotta take a shit, if you gotta take a little shit and like say it's just a little squirt, you know what I mean? And you're in the shower. What are you gonna get out and then get back in? You might as well just fucking walk it down to the fucking to the drain. You know? Follow me. Back it up.
Yeah, it's like pushing a big kid down a well. You know what I mean?
Do you ever talk to people who are runners? Sometimes they're like 8 miles from their house. And something about running makes you have to evacuate.
It is true. I remember Greta Veitch years ago. I used to do, when I first started doing comedy, she would run the marathons in New York City, and she would shit all the time. And it would be funny. She always won because who would want to be close to her, to be honest? But I used to do a thing. I used to do a poem. There once was a girl named Greta Veitch, ran the marathon with shit in her tights. Ran 26 miles and won the race, left everyone behind with shit in their face. I used to do it in my act. That was like the first year I was doing it.
I know it's a female comedian. She moved to L.A. She told me she was running and it just hit her. And I said, well, what did you do? And she goes, I found somebody's lawn and rolled around in it like I was doing exercise, but here she's just wiping herself on the grass.
So she's doing snow angels while shitting in somebody's lawn?
Yeah. That's fucking great. I would think she's having some epileptic fit. You know what I mean? No, I know she's trying to get shit off her on my lawn. Wouldn't it be funny if she rolled on dog shit? It just got worse.
It's like a balloon's magnet.
Yeah. And thank God there wasn't a young dog in the yard. She would have used him to wipe her ass.
I know. And Mr. Hanky comes out and he goes, "Howdy ho!
Howdy ho!"
It's fucking horrible. So look, it's Memorial Day weekend. Thanks for all the people that make life safe for us. I mean, like, how can you not respect people that make sure that you go to bed at night safe and wake up that way? So take care of them and do something nice. You know, I would, but it's raining out, so I'm not going out. But so did you have plans this weekend? I know John had his plan of wrestling a refrigerator fucking or whatever, a dishwasher for some tub of shit. What was your plans? I know Joe and his wife are like, they're always on like their honeymoon. They're always doing, you know what I mean? They're either at somebody's backyard, enjoying their backyard, or they're on the fucking river on a fucking, with a banjo.
Yeah, we were supposed to go see my wife's friend's band on Saturday, and that got washed out. And then Sunday, we're supposed to go to my friend's house and hang out, but we're supposedly switching that to Monday. So
okay, yeah. Well, today's Sunday when we're taping. Like today, I was supposed to go see my son's band last night. No, their band tonight. No, there's no more show tonight. Monday they're gonna work. You know, everything just changes because
it's like everything opened back up in Jersey on Friday, 100%, and then it was like the COVID gods were like, "Fuck you, you're not going anywhere. One more weekend indoors, fuckheads." You know?
Yeah, I mean, I just went out because I didn't have to wear the mask anymore, and I'm like, no mask, and I'm out in the fucking cold rain. I got pneumonia.
Yeah, Bob's got no mask on, but he's wearing a hoodie and a raincoat.
yeah.
It was 52 degrees.
Yeah,
it was like November.
Yeah, but it was like everybody's plans like it went to shit. You know what I mean? It was like, but it was good because I just sat, I wrote shit, I fucking was doing stuff. You know, I got excited about this to do this again because this was in the years of waiting, you know, to do, and it feels good. You know, it feels like today maybe I ate a brownie yesterday, but the brownie had nothing to do with me shitting. The brownie had weed in it, right? And I'll tell you, you get high for like 4 hours. You know. It takes about an hour to hit, right? And then you're high for about 4 to 5 hours. And it's a good feeling when you get the right mix. Because if you don't get the right mix, I mean, I did that one time. I got the wrong mix. And I was sitting on the couch and I said to my wife, I got to go lay down. Everything's spinning. And I was fucking like, I got to go lay. And she comes down, she comes to the bed next to me and she's just laughing at me. And it's the worst feeling because I feel like I'm ODing on a cookie and fucking she's laughing at me. And it was the most horrible thing. I said, get the fuck. I go, this is cruelty. This is fucking bullshit. You know, I thought I was going to die from that one. Fucking I should have had a half of one, I guess, and I took a whole one, and it was terrible. Has that ever happened to anybody?
Just a couple of months ago, my neighbor gave us a cookie, and forgot to tell us that we should only have like a quarter of it each. It was really potent, so we took a half each, and I got so fucked up that I thought I was mentally challenged, right? Like I thought that
we could have told you were.
No, like for real, because
for real.
No, even more so than I am, where I never thought I was going to be normal again. And I kept going to my wife like, oh my God. So finally, after like an hour and a half, she goes, do me a favor, go take a shower, right? I wanted to do anything. I just kept saying, I want to feel normal. So I figured, let me take a shower. So I did exactly what I do. I tell Alexa, shuffle songs by the Beatles, go take a shower. And I'm in the shower for like a minute and a half, and it's just not right. I don't feel right. I get out of the shower. But the thing was, I couldn't take my shirt off. I lost all my motor skills. So I did not know how to take my shirt off. It took me 5 fucking minutes to get my shirt off. Then I took the shower. I get back into bed, and now I'm sitting there next to her and I'm like, honey, my legs are like vibrating. There's something wrong with me, right? I'm having a stroke. I'm freaking out. She goes, your legs aren't vibrating. I'm like, honey, I'm freezing. My legs, there's something wrong with me. She's like, you just need to knock it off.
Yeah. Hey, wait, look. She goes, let me look it up in the Dr. MD thing online.
WebMD.
Okay, it says you're a fucking cunt, Joe.
Yeah, no, it gets worse. It gets worse. So then I'm like, oh my God, honey, I'm freezing. I can't. And she rolls over and she goes, you fucking moron. You took a shower and you didn't dry yourself off. So I just put a shirt on and now I'm soaked. My shirt is soaked. And I get out of the fucking bed and I'm like, she goes, put on some pants. I'm like, no, I'm not putting pants on. I don't think I can do it. So for the rest of the night in the house, I walked around with a giant shirt on and no pants, like some slut in an 80s movie.
I know.
Yeah, like I was in my husband's slinky long t-shirt.
He'll be back on Tuesday. That's I can see Joe fucking sashaying around the house with a long Bon Jovi shirt on. Oh my fucking!
Virginia is for lovers t-shirt.
Oh my God!
No, I don't know what it was. chocolate.
God.
But it was so bad. And I never thought I was going to be normal again. Like everything was cloudy. Like I couldn't sit down. I forgot how to sit down. Like I lost all motor skills because you overthink everything.
Yeah.
And that was, I took it at 2:00 on a Sunday. On Monday morning at 11 a.m., I was still high, but normal, like just like a cool high.
Yeah.
So it lasted like 18 hours, man. It was fucking brutal.
Were you at work with just that T-shirt on that day?
Yeah, they were wondering. I'm like, why is everybody giving me all the sexy eyes?
Hey, thanks for the teddy bear, Phil.
I had a friend who had pancreatic cancer, and
Oh, thanks for cheering up the room.
Yeah, way to keep the happiness going.
His mother used to get a cannabis oil.
Yeah.
And she went to a dealer in like Virginia from Pennsylvania, and it cost her $2,700 a month. I'm like,
did she get fireworks with that?
you could go find a dealer and just give him an edible.
No, you just get the weed, right? You break it up, you put it in the oven at a certain thing, you cook out, you know what I mean? Then you put it in a crock pot with like some stuff, like, and then you cook that for like 3 hours. Then you make the brownie and you pour it into the brownie thing, and it was amazing, you know.
What a
My
waste!
wife has she's got the it's an appliance. It's basically it takes all of the stuff out of the weed and turns it into an oil. She's got the machine for it, and that's how she's able to make gummies too.
My friend, I have a friend. He has a dog that goes insane at fireworks and thunder.
Really? That's like almost every dog.
Yeah, right?
It's like, hey, guys make funny faces when they come.
Yeah.
It's like, how come he doesn't have his own news channel?
But
with this kind of fucking info. Are you kidding? So you're saying dogs don't like fireworks or fucking explosives?
Well,
but they do love peanut butter.
Well, someone's he has to get tranquilizers for the dog.
A what?
Tranquilizers.
Tranquilizers. Thank you. Are you going to go hunting wabbits later there, John?
He goes, I can't give the dog these pills. He goes, because of he goes, how do I know when they're going to start shooting fireworks off? So someone said, give the dog edibles. So he gave the dog, this is like last July 4th, he gave the dog like an edible cookie. The dog shit for the next 3 days all over. Dogs aren't supposed to have chocolate and
and they're not supposed to have edibles to get stoned when something that they don't like. You know what I mean? That ruins your high, even for a dog. Even a dog's like, what the fuck? You couldn't give it to me on the 3rd or the 6th?
So there's logic. Hey, my dog is freaking out and is paranoid. What should I do? Let's give him a fucking pot brownie.
And after he's done
paranoia.
After he's done eating it, we'll give him a line. So he can't sleep through it.
And we'll put a blow up fucking sexy doll in his bed and see if he tries to rape it. You know? What are you doing?
John, how do your friends live? Like, I don't like. He explains these people to me, and like they're like people like. I just like I've never said, oh, you know, my friend Bill, and then he'll go, you know, the one that's a civil, not a civil.
That's a Civil War reenactment.
Civil War. I was going to say civil rights. Civil rights reenactment. He just stands there and gets shot.
Yeah. He brings a German Shepherd and they reenact the whole thing, you know?
Fire hose.
Yeah, but like his friend is a milkman and a what?
Civil War and Revolutionary War reenactor.
I don't know anybody like this. I don't know anybody with these kind of credits.
Well, Bob, listen, I don't want to say anything, but my friend Rich, he's a War of 1812 reenactor. You know?
I like to reenact not doing anything today like I did the day before. I mean, I've been doing that for a long fucking time now. I'm pretty fucking good at it. But your friends are just like, and they don't think well, as you can see. Like, you know, like, where do you meet? Like, you didn't go to school with them?
I did till you got left back, then you had to go to a public school.
You went to a Catholic school?
Yes.
Oh my God.
But
was it all boys or was it a co-ed?
No, it's weird. It was all boys for years. Then the year I graduated, they mixed it with girls.
Oh, so it was before that. It was the good times.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
They're like, he got enough cock. It's time to change it.
at our school was taught by Franciscan friars, like guys with the brown robes and the rope belts. And I think the first cases of priests checking boys for hernias in Philadelphia was my high school for Catholic priests.
No shit. So I guess they were doctors too, huh?
Yeah. Well, that's what it is. You can be anything you want these days, so it's going to go away. I'm also a doctor. That's why.
He's like, come here, boy. I have a thermometer. How come it's attached to your hip?
That would be funny if it, like his dick, it said 99.8 on the end of it.
He painted a little red line on it.
No, you got to keep it in for 27 minutes. You don't want to make me do this again when I get mad. You don't want to see me mad with this thermometer.
Yeah, there were two different priests. One, if the kid's like the one temperature taken, and the one's for the other way to get it taken.
Yeah. It's like getting a fucking a tailpipe in your car and a fucking new engine. I mean, that's just fucked up. You know, that's why, like, I mean, nobody said anything because it's probably like a lot of people get molested, but nobody wants to say anything because you feel so bad that you know your parents are going to flip out. So a lot of these people, like John, don't say anything to anybody.
No, I've been clenching since 6th grade.
Yeah, if you unclench, you can get that thing out of your ass. Been in there since 6th grade. Let it out already, you fuck.
Hey, John, you want to help me put a refrigerator in?
Yeah, if you pull the meat out, you know what happens.
Yeah. Where do you want to put it? Well, I wanted to put it in your ass. You're here now.
You know what
Yeah, we call it the freezer.
I thought that was remember, you know, this joke that why do altar boys have such nice parts in their hair?
What?
What's it?
Why do altar boys have such straight parts in their hair? From the priest going, yes, my son. Yes, my son.
Brutal.
It's fucked up. It's like the churches were closed, right? Everything was closed. It's like kids were like, we can't even play outside. We can't get molested inside. You know, what do you do as a kid?
There's the bartender at the Northeast Comedy Club.
That's still open?
No. No, the bar's open, but the comedy club's not. But the bartender, he enjoys the company of Bennigan waiters.
Yeah.
But he said there's a Facebook group called Priests on the Prowl.
What is that?
Are you serious?
When priests go off duty, like at night.
They go off duty. What does that mean? They take a dick out of your ass? Off duty.
Off duty.
That's out of duty.
In and out of duty. In and out of duty.
Do they have a video they sell late at night on infomercials called Gone Wild?
Yeah. Right? And
we are off duty, and we want to get back on.
But they go to all the gay bars in Center City, Philadelphia, and he goes, and he goes, I went down there. He goes, I saw a bunch of guys who taught me
how to suck cock. Look, he's teaching somebody else in the bathroom.
Yeah,
he taught me how to do that.
Did he tell you to keep your eyes closed too?
It was funny. One time, Bob did a show at the Northeast Room with Ed McGonigal and a bunch of the Kid Chris whack pack guys. And I think it was, who's the guy who's transitioning, Millennia Breast?
Yeah, there was a guy that, what the hell was the name of that guy? I had him here to do my podcast years ago, right?
Right.
And he was getting tits. He was a cop, right?
Yeah.
I forget the name now. Oh my
God.
God.
Began with an M, like Marina, Malinka, whatever.
Yeah, it was an M. It was an M. But the whole thing is Michaela. So I had her here, right? And you had to get a kick in the balls to come on my show back then. So she had balls, but they didn't hurt. Because they were gone. They were so gone. So I kick her in the balls hard again. Her fake teeth fly out of her mouth. LeBron, the Puggle, grabs them. takes off with a big smile on his face out of the room because he would eat your shoes, he would eat anything that came to the ground back then, and take off. And it was the funniest thing I ever see. And then I couldn't get people to come on this. They go, nobody wants to come in. Nobody wants to get kicked in the balls to come on the show.
You want your teeth getting yanked? I mean, it's
oh my god! So I stop at the show at the club, and it was a real freak show, and the real comedians were Bob and Eddie because they're professionals. All the rest are crazy people. But as I'm talking to maybe Bob or something, Mike the bartender looks over Bob's shoulder and sees one of these people. I thought it was that woman's name you just said, Michaela, and they were on a table blowing themselves. They had their legs up on their head.
Oh no, that was another comedian. Oh. That was a guy. That was just a regular guy. And
that his closer?
No. But the funniest thing was that I looked over and I was like, it wasn't like it was out of place. You know what I mean? That was a sad.
You were just like, oh, there's a guy blowing himself.
You know what he did? Then he got on the floor and he started spinning in a circle trying to get it. Like he was spinning in a circle like a top trying to get his dick and then going back the other way.
Is that called a blow job?
A spinneroonie.
Blow job breakdancing?
Yeah.
What was that?
But he was like, and the guy looks at me and he goes, I can't have this in the club. And I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I've never seen a guy try to blow himself on a table and then take it to the floor and start spinning around trying to catch it. It was like a dog trying to catch his tail. It was probably the funniest thing I ever seen. I forgot all about that, dude. Oh my God, the guy was trying to blow himself.
I'm like, does he give lessons?
Yeah. I mean, I guess if he could have reached, he wouldn't have been at that show that night. So I guess he was trying to explain why he's there. But yeah, I mean, it was crazy things. And for a gay bartender to say, "Hey, this can't," you know what I mean? I can't have this here, you know. But it was like that every time. I remember, this girl was blowing me in the goddamn bathroom with this stall. And everybody was just looking over the top, and then I'm fucking it from me. Everybody was hanging on the top, and this was like, this was maybe 2004. Like nobody, I don't think anybody had it on tape either. They would just watch it, and it was
Did you feel like you were working at a cemetery and you were digging a hole in the ground, and all the Mexican guys are looking at you like, "Come on, Jose Efe, we got to get back to work."
It was like, hey, I'm on break, not you guys. But it was so fucking crazy. It was like, I look back at those days and I go, they can happen again, you know, because I think if you just go all out and say, hey, this is what I'm doing, I'm gonna bring the craziest people to the shows because of the fact that they want to see what I'm doing. And anything would go, and it was just like it was a glorious fucking time.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you know? there wasn't every person on the planet with a computer in their hand that could take phenomenal pictures. Mm-hmm. You could do shit like right now. Those couple of stories would have been phenomenal with pictures or video.
Yeah.
They're hilarious without it. But imagine if we had video and cameras at our disposal at every moment. It would be nuts.
No, that's why the guy that tried to blow himself, I got him at one of my weddings at the entertainment. So
I do right have that. After or right before the Frank Sinatra impersonator?
Yeah, as I say, you got a DJ or a band? Oh, now what do you see this?
Yeah, I know. I met a guy at a comedy club in Philadelphia, Northeast. No, that was a club you go outside. There's always a fucking car wrapped around a fucking goddamn. You know, it's on this road in Northeast Philly where there's like 17 lanes of 3, and they merge in and out of each other. And there's always like you pull out, and you're like, fuck, this is gonna take an hour. There's fucking a family of 6 wrapped around a telephone fucking pole.
And the hotel was originally like a Holiday Inn, but you know, it's like like a franchise. You got to maintain a quality. Well, it went from that to a Best Western to like they made a name up like the Hotel Philadelphia, and now it's a Motel 6.
Yeah.
And when you get booked there, the club tells you
the blow yourself in.
Blow yourself in and out.
Right? There's a plaque on the floor. Right?
Yeah.
But
Phil blew himself here.
But now it's a Motel 6, and they tell you when you promote it, on your Facebook sites, don't say it's a Motel 6. Just say the address. And I stopped in there because the bar is still open, and it's not too far from where I live at. But I always thought this stuff was fake. Here, it's a lot of truckers stop by because it's one of the first hotels when you enter Pennsylvania.
It's all hookers there and shit.
Bob's. I thought, like, you see hookers that look like hookers from Barney Miller. Like, they look fake. Like they're old trucker hags. Like, and then
they're wearing like feather boas and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, a Leonard Skinner shirt.
Yeah. And you see them at the bar.
An Agnew fucking bumper sticker on her station wagon.
I break for truckers.
But she crossed out break and put blow for
it's insane. And two in the wintertime, and like every after Thanksgiving around November, two Santa Clauses used to travel in, stay at the hotel. When I went to different malls.
That's not good.
Well, this one Santa Claus, he had to weigh 400 pounds. Big guy.
Really got into his job.
Yeah, and he would drink.
Method acting.
Yeah. And he'd get the mall closed at 8 o'clock. He would come to the bar and get bombed every night. But for years I saw him there. The next year he came by and he weighed about 110 pounds. He had cancer, and he was still doing Santa Claus. Like, what do kids think?
Ho ho! Ho ho!
He's like, I'm here to play Rudolph this year.
What do you want, little boy?
I'm playing a baseball bat gift.
Oh my god, it was horrific. Just sitting on his lap, like it was awful.
You're hurting me, kid. You're hurting me.
He breaks.
It's fucked up. It's just fucked up. I mean, but John has to bring in Kensil now. That's two different Kensil during the show. I hope you're enjoying your show during. You're probably going. Can you go back to the shit stories from last night, Bob? Holy fucking shit! You got any news, John? You got anything that you looked up and you said, "Hey, this is kind of fancy."
1 second.
You know, I love John's fucking glasses. He looks like the Chicago Cubs announcer, the guy that died.
Oh, Harry Carey.
Harry.
Let's go to the videotape. Let's see what John got there. Is that a flea market shirt? That looks like a flea market shirt.
John, did you spray paint the rims black? I mean, they are really, really black.
Oh, you know what? They look like Big Daddy Graham.
Yeah,
you know what? I was just thinking of Big Daddy Graham yesterday. I got to hit him up, see how he's doing. Because I was just having, remembering the good times, listening to his radio and having fun.
He went to the Sixers game the other night.
Oh, he did?
And that was the game where the guy dumped popcorn on the other player's head.
Yeah. It gets rowdy there, you know what I mean? I don't think they should be serving popcorn because a lot of people have been dying of it, I seen a march through Center City.
That's what happens when you get those kernels stuck in your teeth when you're at a sporting event. People go nuts.
Yeah. Now it's too much. You're starting shit. What do you got there, John?
I'm trying to get it to come up.
Yeah, that's your problem, I guess. Huh? Huh? I guess that's John's problem here. He can't get it up. What are the odds of that?
Only for 400-pound dishwasher recipients,
I know. Oh God, he brought a fucking puppet.
Hey, buddy, what's going on there?
Is that the Uncle Floyd one?
It's the black haired one.
What?
Is that your friend Bill who did the milkman?
Yeah. That is so weird. Like somebody that plays with them that's not a ventriloquist. What are you pointing at me for? Let me fucking get that thing out of here. You're gonna scare my fucking dog. You know what I mean? It's like having John Wayne Gacy do a radio show with you. The fun never ends until you die.
Yeah, except there's 30 dead puppets in his crawl space.
I can see John going to the kid, watch, you like magic? I got these handcuffs on my hand. I'm going to take them off. And you want me to do them to you? I can't get them off. That's right, because you need the key. Remember he used to do that? You need the key. And that's when they knew they were in fucking...
That's what he did to him.
Yeah, no, I watched it. I fucking... What do you think? I'm making up shit?
I believe it.
I'm trying to make him a better hero? I'm making him look better? What do you think I'm doing? Hey, like, once you knew that, once he said, because you need the key, and you were locked, and then he'd fucking give you some fucking kind of drink or some... some cookie with weed in it.
You forget to sit down. I mean,
Here's a story here. It says British grandma says she's been abducted by aliens 50 times, and she has the bruises to prove it.
Yes, you see,
Is that what she calls her kids? Bruises?
yeah. But the whole thing is, how annoying is she that even aliens smack her around? You know what I mean?
But it says her name is Paula Smith, and she's 50. And I'm thinking like Granny. It's like Granny from the Beverly Hillbillies. But she,
I mean, if I was an alien, I might smack her around. But I mean, she's definitely going to complain. She complained about alien, like they're going to catch aliens that fucking beat the fuck out of her. You see the alien got him. She would not shut the fuck up.
Yeah, really.
I don't care about your friends at work. So what, Sally, is mean to you? I don't need to hear that story. Here, look up. Smack. Okay. Go on with
We're
your
going to get
story.
the location. Where's the location of your perpetrators? They're in the Milky Way, sir. You're not catching them.
Yeah.
It says she claims she's been abducted more than 50 times, and she has the evidence to prove it.
Look, she's obviously asking for it, right?
Yeah,
I mean, can we just call it the way it is?
Yeah. Another fucking atmosphere she's annoying in.
The 50-year-old shared images of her bruises, and she even draws pictures to show what the aliens look like.
So the retarded kids.
Yeah.
Look at that thing. I mean, that thing looks pretty fucked up. Yeah. I mean, look at that.
Yeah,
that looks like
it's so different than what every other alien looks like in a fiction or non-fiction.
How come every alien looks like cum on my black sock? That's what I want to know. You know,
I like they're Asian with alopecia. You know what I mean?
Yeah. They got that. What's that white disease?
Albino.
Or an alopecia, no hair at all. You know?
Oh, really? Alopecia? Yeah. I thought that was a place in Mexico.
But it says she works in the transport sector, or whatever that. I think it's transportation. But she has a picture of a bruise. It looks like a hickey.
Yeah, on her elbow. You know what I mean?
Of course she works in the transport section. She gets transported to a fucking alien ship 50 times.
50 times. I mean, look, after the second time, you're like, this is bullshit, man. I can see it happening once.
Yeah, this is going to be a tag. You know, it's like a prank at some point.
But they said, what's the spaceship like? And she said, like Freehold on a Saturday.
A lot of flea markets.
Yeah. We're looking for a flea market.
You know what? They looked at the spots on her, all these little things that were these shades of brown. And they go, oh, you just have lupus.
Well, what's it look like? It looks like we're reenacting the Revolutionary War. It's what it looks like.
But to imagine how much fun she must be to beat the shit out of that they do this 50 times. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, there she is. Pull over. Get her up here. I gotta fucking, my wife's been pissing me off. I gotta fucking hit this bitch. I gotta slap this shit out of this fucking loud fucking woman.
I love to picture an alien telling another guy to pull over.
Make a right at that Burger King.
And whenever they show these people like on TV shows, nobody's normal looking. You know, they're like,
it's obviously, the woman's mentally ill and she's having delusions that she's being, taken by aliens.
It's not delusions. It's like saying, hey, look, I got friends. You know what I mean? They're losing.
You think those are all her imaginary friends?
Yeah, she has no friends. She wants to make believe she's popular, that fucking aliens can come down and beat this shit out of it. It's just giving us hey, if aliens are smarter than us, right? Way in advance of us, and they're beating the shit out of her, they're on to something.
They know something.
Yeah, so we might as well beat the shit out of her because they're way advanced technically and mentally.
You should send her a bunch of puppets that might help her out a little bit. Give her some friends.
Yeah, I'm gonna send her a Joe Frazier video so she learns how to duck and weave. You know
what they do? They're beating her up and they always do anal cavity searches.
Yeah, I mean that's why a lot of people thought priests were aliens at one time. Yeah,
Like you never hear somebody say I was abducted by aliens and we played 8 hours of backgammon. You know what I mean? Like it's never anything normal. It's always rape or it's usually it's some sort of rape. I mean,
that's To me, that's racism against a group of people. Because I would like to see some. I got abducted. In Syracuse. They took me to a Yankee game. we had a fucking great time. We were at a Yankee game.
It was beautiful.
It was unbelievable. I mean, we were on the screen a few times, and then, they got me a few hot dogs, a few beers.
And my friend Knock caught a foul ball,
Yeah, but it's never like that, Speaking of beers, the bears, there's a bunch of bears around. Like, it's that time again where we take all the area down, all the land, and then the bears. Remember, the bears used to be on the fucking New Jersey Turnpike. They used to be on the Turnpike at like exit 7 when they started.
They were coming to play the Giants?
No, because of the cops pulled them over. The black bears, they got pulled over.
The polar bears they just went through. They weren't even wearing seatbelts.
Come on, Drew. Come on, Drew. Hey, what are you doing here? I got friends in the town.
A couple of years ago, up in North Jersey, where Joe lives at, like two summers ago, there was a bear walking around on his legs like a man.
I remember that.
And when people say they saw Bigfoot, and here mostly it was a bear, like it was just walking on his back legs.
They can do that.
Exactly. But they showed like it was a residential neighborhood, like where Tony Soprano lived at. And this bear is walking through a cul-de-sac, and it looks like a guy in a bear suit. And the what do you call it? The park ranger said the bear might have burned his hands, so he was used to walking upright. And
he burnt his hands like he was fucking cooking like a barbecue. Who wants some salmon? Who wants salmon? It'll be ready in 5 fucking minutes. If I don't, Jesus Christ! Now I gotta walk standing up like these other assholes. These people, what the? He burnt his hands.
Yeah. You hear the waitress yelling to the bear, "Cheeseburger, cheeseburger, cheeseburger."
I hear you.
Can you imagine him fucking doing news story? People would go, "Get that guy off the air with the fucking how he burnt his hands." The bear burnt his fucking hands. Yeah, he was making bacon early in the morning.
John's so out of it. He's like, yeah, he had earbuds and he was using a Walkman. He was walking around.
Yeah. So people were videotaping it. Oh, look how cute it is, and this thing's walking around. And 2 days later, it said some neighbor shot it.
Oh no shit! Killed him. Huh?
But there's a story here that
that's right. My wife remembers it was a hunter that shot him.
Yeah.
Really? Are you allowed to hunt in somebody's yard? Yeah, because the bear was like it was in the town. It was like fucking. I seen it at the barber shop at about 3 o'clock. What time did he get shot?
Well, he had a 3:15 appointment, so probably around 4. Hey, you're taking a little bit off the top, boo boo.
Well, there's a
wait. How was he? If he burned his hands, how did he hold the picnic basket then?
With the picnic basket. But there's this shit happens like all times in rural communities. Rural. Yeah. A high school party in Tennessee last weekend got a lot wilder after a crew of black bears showed up.
Hey, we're here for your women.
Actually, they were there for their men.
You mind if we dance with your women?
But here, there's a high school party. I guess a pool party at someone's house, and 7 bears showed up and jumped in the water.
Oh, that's fucking great. You see, it's a party. What are they doing wrong? It's like anybody's friends that come over. They just come over and they jump in the fucking pool.
Yeah, they're not trying like 80 or 90 hot dogs and hamburgers.
Yeah. I mean, were they big? Like
black bears, which are pretty big.
Yeah. Can they dunk?
But
it's okay. I do a lot of black clubs now. Okay, I'm one of them. I am one of them.
But it says do not feed them. And did you watch a documentary called Bear Man? Is that what it's called? Grizzly Man.
No, but I heard of it. I heard about it.
If you serious, people are morons. You can go up and you can feed bears, but they're not going to attack you. But the second you're out of food, it's going to kill you. Well, this guy went up to grizzly bear feeding season in the spring for like 21 years, and he would feed them.
That's a long season, 21 years.
Really? Jesus.
And the guy wasn't
Did
trained.
They retire after a while. What was it, Madden League's career?
They moved to Fort Myers, what do you call it? A herd, a group of bears. I don't know what you call it. A gathering of bears.
Gathering of bears.
Well, this guy had no training at all. He was a bartender, and I think he enjoyed the company of Bennigan waiters.
Oh, he liked bears.
Yes,
he liked bears for real.
Yeah,
he wasn't trained like the Jack Hanna from the San Diego Zoo. He would go up there and he would feed them, and they wouldn't bother him because he was feeding them. Well, and he would used to videotape it, and he would pet them. And this is a 1,200-pound bear. He's like, I call this one Goldie, and this one, and there's old Boo Boo over there.
You ever think of doing that with those fucking big animals you have to fix their refrigerators for and fucking toilets?
So he gets this woman to go up with him, and he's feeding them, and she's videotaping it. Here he walks out in the field to feed the bears, and it was a different group of bears. It wasn't the same ones who were used to him.
Yeah, and the lady didn't get the whole video because she goes, I got to get out of here. The aliens are picking me up at 5. Well, if I'm not at the end of one of their fists by 6, it's going to be trouble.
Well, I heard the bears were mad because he didn't want to install the dishwasher for them.
Yeah.
Well, you see, watch this video. The bears tear him to shreds and eat him.
Oh,
and they show a woman screaming too, and they don't show the video, but they play the audio, and they're all saying you can't do this with wild animals. You can't.
Well, there was video of it. There was video of it, and they brought it back, and they played it once to whoever, like a person who maybe knew something about whatever, and they destroyed it. They said nobody should ever see that.
Yeah, like even with it, like homeless people, you can't feed. Like, I'm saying if they've been homeless for 15 years, like I'll go out there with a sandwich. I go, how long have you been homeless? He goes, about 15 years. And I have like a sandwich, and I just throw it like to the sidewalk a little bit, because I don't want to fucking get attacked. It sucks, man. Like driving her to Philly in the morning for the job that she got, that I got with her somehow, and it's like the homeless people that are out in the street. They want the fucking, they want money for what? You know what I mean? If you like being homeless, some people like being homeless. Well, why do you need money if you like to be homeless? It's like, do something. You can't fucking just say, hey, give me it.
Well, I think most people that are homeless, I don't think they enjoy it. I think they're kind of stuck there. They probably made a few bad decisions. A lot of them are fucking veterans. See,
that's what I don't get. Any veteran should be able to go somewhere and they put them somewhere.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Like they should be able to not pay property tax for for life. Something.
No, there has to be certain things, and they get a card that gives them a discount shopping food because, like I said, these are people that protect us. We can go to sleep and be comfortable at night. They should be able to say they get a haircut, they get 20% off. They go shopping, they get 20% off for food. Yeah. Everything is like a card for them, and it just makes it a little easier because sometimes you have to get through these problems when you come back. A lot of it, it's it's very traumatic. Some of them, and then they usually start out. They end up drinking a lot, and they become alcoholics, and then it gets worse, and then you get separate. You get separated from your family. You become distant, and then and then you find out they're homeless. Yeah, but a lot of times they're missing an arm. They're missing a leg. It's a different game now. It's a different game, and to be able to get your shit together and be able to hold a job, because things like, even people are like, the way people are, they're like, I see a guy that's missing his leg. The people are going to be like, I'm not going to hire him. You know what I mean? I'll make believe I'm but I'm going to hire somebody that has 2 legs. And that's just the way, people are. They're very selfish, people are. So that's what happens. And say, if anybody has a problem, even if you were in prison for something that's on your record, that's you're not going to get hired most likely. So I see how it snowballs. It definitely snowballs, but it's a horrible thing. But it is Memorial Day. Do something good for a vet if you see one.
Donate some food to a pantry or something.
Yeah,
just give him a kiss.
Give him a kiss. Nobody wants a hug. You ever notice that? Everyone says, "Oh, you need." Nobody wants a hug. Well, yeah, they do. They actually do.
I was at the airport and I saw the guys in camouflage, and I said, "And here they were duck hunters."
They were duck hunters. Yeah. I watched that military show, Duck Dynasty.
Thank you for your service, quack quack.
Yeah. I think that's one of the funniest shows. Sai is the funniest person ever. We've been watching that now late at night. That's our go to bed thing now, because we were watching the murder things and we'd wake up and she'd have a knife to my neck. So we don't watch that anymore. We've been having nightmares, but we watch Duck Dynasty now, and that show was put together well if you look at it. For a reality show or whatever, written show, it was very well put together. And Sai just fucking kills me. And he was a vet too. So take care of a vet. Do something good for someone else instead of yourself for once, you fucking greedy motherfuckers. But thank you for listening to the LCK show on syndicateradio.tv with me, the Reverend Bob Levy, Joe Conte, and John Kensil. We'll be coming to you every week from here to there. We'll see you next week, sissies.